Hello, Alan. I'm Luke, and you know me already. I sort of know you from the emails, and this is something that I've been wanting to put together for you for a while, and it's a constructive look at the differences and problems that I see in the SUBC website and the general facility as a whole. These are my outlines of my main critiques, my main problems, and a few issues I've noticed that have really caused me a lot of problems with the service. So let's begin. Let's start off with the positives. The website itself looks fantastic. I really like the layout. I like the design. I'm looking at it now, and it's very clear what you're trying to do with it. It's very interesting, but there are a few problems with it, as I've said. The open mic, the difference between hot topics and open mic is a bit confusing at first, but again, this is something that can be edited over time. I feel that, the pick a theme and the open mic section, it's difficult to know where you're submitting to initially, so there's that. The next problem, now let's start off with the problems. So I go into here and I want to look for a particular person. Say we have, you have so many people contributing. I click on the stand-up section. I can't search. I click on the open mic section. I can't search. Now, if I can search, I can't see how to. What? So that's the first problem. If I can't find the creators of the content who I like, how am I supposed to follow them? So at the moment, it's just a shouting stool with no way to start any community following. That's the first big problem. If you can't follow individuals, then there's no point. You have no idea. You're looking at all this content, and you have no idea on how to discern whether it's good content or bad content. The only way we have to know is by the hot topic section, which is generally above average quality, I find. But after that, it's next to impossible, The next problem is the general layout. While I, personally, from a design point of view, I love that scrolling look. I think it's a really cool design. I think it's a really good thing. Hang on, I'm just going to shut the window 1 second. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. It's a very good design. It looks aesthetically appealing. But my problem with it is that I have to scroll down every single time in order to find the users. This can be a big problem for some people because, again, once you get past about 3 to 4 scrolls, it's hard to keep going. Now, normally on a website, I'd be able to click on these links and open them up in a separate tab. I can't do that here. I have to, every time I click, I go straight to that video. So it's taken me away from this page. Fine, fair enough. But when I hit back, I don't go back to that video. I go back to the top of the list. And this, from a UI design point of view, is incredibly infuriating. So you're letting me basically see the top 3 easily. But if I'm about halfway through looking for content creators or certain things, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling to keep going. After about 3 to 4 scrolls, I can't be arsed. And I can tell you that most people wouldn't be bothered to go that far. So that's a big problem I have. Your Twitter integration looks great. I have no problem with that. I think it's good that you've got that there. It's a very good place for things to be put. Let's go to the upload system. I've mentioned it beforehand. I've had numerous problems with it. Maybe that's because I'm making 10-minute videos. Maybe that's because I'm recording in 1080p or even 720p. I'm recording mine in a higher quality and a longer format. Potentially, I can understand, but it more than less, it doesn't do that. Also, I have problems uploading multiple videos. Again, we've addressed this beforehand. I've also addressed in previous emails my issues with the feedback. There's no way for me to actually track using interaction or creativity or who's doing what. I don't even get notifications when my videos are posted. A facility which I would find extremely useful because I need to know if I need to re-upload it. I only have a limited hard drive space. I need to know if it's actually gone up on the website or if I'm not going to be able to put it up there. Now, carrying on from that, again, like I said, there's a few there's a number of problems with the website. I've addressed most of them there. You've got most of the facilities that I would consider. You've got Facebook, Twitter, Vine, Instagram. Good. Have you thought about Reddit? Now, Reddit for a facility like this is exactly the kind of place you want to be targeting. It's got the interaction side, it's got the creativity side, and it's got a good amount of people who are willing to discuss ideas on there. You're going to target most of the youth if you go on Reddit. That is a really good ground for you to do it. Just set up a subreddit for Stand Up Be Counted, plug it to hell. Okay, so now that we've done with the website, let's move on to the YouTube channel. Now, I suggested a while back that you should potentially look more at plugging your YouTube channel, because again, a lot of the facilities that you have problems with are solved by going through YouTube. Now, there's a few problems I've noticed looking through your video pages, and I'm going to go through them. So let's start off. As a YouTube content creator myself, I feel that I have a degree of knowledge and understanding. And I have an understanding of what is expected. So let me just load up my website mine a minute so I can pardon me. Fruit. I really should have had this set up beforehand. I'm very sorry I didn't. So, the first thing that you have a problem with is your general layout. You're using the default YouTube, which is very bad for people who are browsing. The first thing you need to do is you should have a video at the top, which is basically an overview of what Stand Up Be Counted is, because at the moment there isn't one. Also, the use of playlists would probably be better. You can actually get them set up so that they're on your homepage. It takes about 5 minutes, but it means that you don't end up with that solid list look like you have. You can check out my YouTube channel and you'll see what I mean by showing off the different playlists and content and how it works. Following on from that, I would say a big thing that could help you is, as I said beforehand, focused faces of SUBC. I love the idea that you want to interview lots of people and get lots of creators in. That is one of my big things I think is good about SUBC. The trouble is, there's no focus. At the moment, it's just a massive chaos, and I feel that you need a few select people as heads of showing things, as figureheads, as people who can put out content regularly, people who can become faces of SUBC, so that people can start to follow them. It's the reason I say, what's the main difference between YouTube creators and news people or general media people, is that you don't get that person. Is YouTubers have that person. There's a personality there. There's a creator, and there's a feeling that it's their opinion. Whereas if you put them into a news role, or you're scripting them, or you're trying to do all these other traditional things, you're losing that appeal of what I see as being a YouTuber and why they're popular. So, again, what I'd be saying with this is that if you had some people who were there and who were doing regular content, you'd get a much better feel of followers. And it would take away effort from you, because YouTube can be managed by a few people. I mean, most of the big YouTubers have only like 1, 2, 3 people maybe working on their channels. It's up to how you run it. As for suggestions for some people, I was having a look through your channels and was watching a few of your videos. Ciarabrodie was someone who stood out. katuraMT had a lot of passion, but it felt scripted. I loved her enthusiasm, but again, it was that was a big problem I noticed from a lot of these people, was there was a feeling of scriptedness about it. There wasn't so much free form and free flowing, and I feel that's what people want. They want to have it looking like they're talking to someone. So we've got WorkExperienceDebater, again a passionate user but was kind of scripted, and Susuanaantubam. I'll include them in the email anyway. She was one of the workers for, I believe it's the YNKP or something. I'm not sure, but it was hard to tell if her video had problems with the difficult topic or public speaking, but hers flew so much better than everyone else's. And I really thought these were just some of the few people who I was able to pick out, who I thought they could present videos for you. You know, give them a bit of time, give them a bit of encouragement, and give them the resources, they could do for you what you're asking for. So I'd encourage them. Other than that, I mean, it's like I said, I feel there's a lot of good stuff going on here, and I feel there's a lot of potential, so much potential in what SUBC stands for, and I really want to be a part of it. Like I said though, I feel my biggest problems are the ones that I'm outlining here, and they're the things that are stopping me personally producing more content. And I don't know, maybe I'm just constantly going on, but I feel like it's something that could be improved, and if I don't give feedback, what are you going to do? In the last bit you were saying about the videos, I'm happy to help out with the UKIP agenda. I'd love to have a little bit of a chat with them and see how that goes down. Not sure how I feel about it, but, you know, I'll go in, I'll ask the questions, and I'll see what happens. Other than that, I feel I would love to do more about my mental health videos. As you can see on my channel, you know, I'm not hitting many people, but those who I am, I feel like I'm helping. So, yeah, that's something I'm passionate about. And generally, yeah, I mean, this is what I'd like to do. I mean, I've come out of uni, I left the rat race. I wanted to make content like this and to pursue interests. So, hopefully I can. I hope this video is of some help to you, and I look forward to any responses. Please feel free to email me at any time. Okay, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!